Greetings people, I'm glad you could drop by, I'm very grateful, and my name is Nick. We're looking at Pac-Land on the Commodore Amiga, published by Grandslam in 1989, and based on the arcade cabinet by Namco in 1984. I've already reviewed this on the ZX Spectrum. It was so-so. It was a ZX Spectrum 48K though, so let's see what it looks like in 16-bit. Also come out on the Commodore 64, Atari Lynx, Atari ST, Amstrad CPC and the NES, so here we go. We're controlling Pac-Man over stage-based. Apparently he's hiding a fairy under his hat and has to get them to the end of the level each time for Fairyland. If we hit any of these obstacles in our way, jump, we die. There's a power pill there which turns all the ghosts blue. The timer is indicated by those yellow pills. They're gradually going down. But I sort of know what I'm doing now after playing the Spectrum version, and I didn't know they drop ghosts on you, so that's something we can do here. It's going to get gradually more difficult, but Pac-Man bolts his mazes he's done in all the other games, Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man and Pac-Mania, for some sort of level game. It's so-so this without being, well, at all spectacular. He gets points for eating fruit, and I've got to the end of the first level, which is pretty good. But if you hang around eating fruit, your time's going to run out in this 2D scroller. I haven't played the arcade cabinet by Namco from '84. If you have, then let me know. Tell me what you think of it. Right, we're on cacti now, and you should never jump on cacti because it puts, well, thorns in your boots. Now, you might have noticed, if you do left twice or right twice, the Pac-Man goes extra fast. And the end of this stage, well, not this stage, other stages, Ms. Pac-Man makes an appearance, a Pac-Baby and a Pac-Dog, I believe. Now this is a little bit tricky. It's not quite Ghosts and Goblins, is it? It's very basic looking. Looks like it's been done on deluxe paint. But the music's pretty good. It's typical Namco fare, but it just looks a bit amateurish, really. I'd play Pac-Man over this any day. But there we go. It's nice to have a bit of variety in Pac-Man. Oh, I'm going to do this, am I? In the Spectrum review, I only got as far as the third level, and some moving ledges caused me a bit of trouble. Boom! 2 levels done. This is going rather well. I'm glad that this was published by Grandslam and not US Gold or someone. US Gold conversions don't tend to be so good. But as I say, I've never seen it on the arcade, so I don't know if this is representative or not. I presume it's a little bit better. Now this ghost chasing me. If it catches me up, it will kill me. Now I'll tell you what is different with this to the Spectrum version. It's scrolling along with Pac-Man. That's what's making it a bit easier. Spectrum version, it was just go off the edge of the screen, get to the next screen, which made this level jumping bit a bit impossible. But this is a lot more manageable on the 16-bit version. Initial thoughts, it's quite pleasant, but it's not brilliant. I wouldn't like to pay full price for the thing, but you know, it's nice nonetheless. Could be a bit quicker. Oh dear, I've dawdled around. Oh dear, this doesn't look good. Maybe you have to do that quick. Jump. Ooh. Is this going to be possible? Answer, no. Right, our lives represented by those Pac-Mans in the top left. Well, that's how to do it. Just keep jumping and you're there. There we go. Good. And that goes tumbling down. Is this the end of stage 2? Not quite yet. Yes. Right, ghosts in airplanes again. These should be quite easy to avoid. What's this? Right, perhaps you need a run up there. Right, what do I do here? Splash, not that. Any clues, people? I'm lost. I need to watch some gameplays. No, that's not getting any art. Terrible, Nick, and that was my last life. Right. I think you might need a long run up there. That wasn't very clever. Well, we got to round 3, sort of. We'll have another go. We've been hardly been playing this at all. So this is probably going to be a short review compared to some that happen. But sometimes short and sweet is better for different types of games. Let's zip through here. Maybe stop and get some fruit this time if we jump over fire hydrants in Pac-Land. It's full of ghosts. It's a ghost town. I mean, what other... Oh, good, that was good. Killed a ghost there. What other people live in Pac-Land apart from Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man? Are there other people there? Other Pac-Man games I've played is... Well, I've reviewed it on the Game Boy Advance. There's a Pac-Man sort of pinball game, which I can't quite remember its name at the moment. Bit hard to do a Pac-Man 2, isn't it, really? It's such a classic game. Right at the start there with Space Invaders and Defender as well, I suppose. And that amazing tennis game called Pong. Pang? No, Pong it was. Pang's something different. Very Japanesey, that game where you shoot balloons. Break time. Off we go to level 2. We see we released a fairy there back into the wild outside the church, which is always a good place to do it. Da 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 da. The graphics remind me of the animated series The Mr. Men, the old version. It might not be anything like it, but my memory is saying yes. We're in the desert. We'll get these cherries. Extra super points. Into the woods. Going over the tree stumps. Right. Should be able to get the time in here. Oh, that was close. That pink ghost is causing a bit of bother. Under there, that's it. Oh, oh, that was bad. We don't have to start right at the beginning though. There are some checkpoints. So, it's better than the Spectrum version, isn't it, really? What are you thinking of it? There's a lot. I think you needed the music. That's what's made it, I guess. Well, I say made it. It's very average, isn't it? It's not a good example of 1989. There's better games available by this point, but it's Amiga nonetheless, so it was undoubtedly that we'd come to it. Anything with Pac-Man in, we have to come to. It's better than that public domain game that I did, I reviewed, I should say, Super Pac-Man 92. So it's better than that. This is an official release, believe it or not. Namco and Grandslam. Another fairy release, right, off to round 3. We got that springboard, and I don't know what the hell to do on that springboard. Although we're gonna try a long run up and hope for the best. This game, what would we say about it? Acceptable. Camouflage on the rocks. Right, zip. Oh, that wasn't very good. Zip across here. The controls are pretty responsive, and what you do tends to happen, which is a bonus. When it comes to legend level jumping games, it's not a patch on the great Gianna Sisters. Or Guiana Sisters, however you want to pronounce it. I probably prefer Super Frog as well, and Zool, but this has got Pac-Man in it, so right, it's this collapsing thing again. I think we've got away with it, have we? Yes. Don't hang around, that's the trick in here. We're coming up soon to the springboard, which was my arch nemesis. If you know how to do the springboard bit, let me know, because by the time I get to it, I probably still won't be able to do it. I was going to say these ghosts die when they hit the ground, but aren't ghosts already dead? And what ghosts do airplanes? Right, now! No. Maybe I have to keep jabbing the fire button. Or take a ride on that ghost. I mean, it's an alarming jump. Do we get higher as we go along? No. Right, it's our last life here. Let's manoeuvre around this pinky ghost. Is he going to block our path? No. Yeah, he is. Yeah, right. That's no good. Right, we can jump over him. Top speed. Right, double left. Yes. Yes, yes, no. I mean, we're quite a way off of getting the other side. There's obviously a trick you need to employ to actually do it, and I do not know it. Well, I don't think we'll be going right round again to stage 3 to see another failure. That game was okay, nice to see, but I prefer others in the series, Pac-Man and most notably Pac-Mania. I hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Pac-Land, of course, on the Commodore Amiga, published by Grandslam in 1989, and based on the arcade cabinet by Namco from 1984. If you've got any comments about that game or the Pac-Man series or any other versions, then please put them below. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.